Welcome to the Nerd Herd Nomad channel. This is our story of how we bought a 2001 Bluebird school bus from Pennsylvania, drove it home to Florida, and we gutted the inside all the way from the floor to the ceiling, and then we raised the roof about 20 inches. And we did it as a family. And we're going to continue our home on wheels and travel the United States and Canada. So what you up to, honey?
Well, working on the threshold.
But the road to that verse crosses over the threshold.
Threshold! Take us to the threshold! Necromongers. I'm gonna take away your geek card. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're gonna build the piece, or cut the piece that goes from here to here, and then the piece that goes all the way across. So the top part will actually be 2 pieces of 3/4 inch because it has to hold a significant amount of weight. That weight being the air handler for the AC unit. So basically, going across the top here.
What else you been up to that you didn't video yesterday?
Oh, well, we didn't really. You mean the pipe?
Yeah.
I didn't video because it was just glue a pipe together. We were going to talk about it, but we can do that now. Get this out of the way. So, in order to finish off the walls, we have to do the drainage pipe, gray water tank. And that's right there. This is a 2-inch pipe going all the way around. It goes around behind the refrigerator, comes out the other side through the sink, kitchen sink. White thing down there or something in the way. Oh, there it is. The little purple ring. Yeah, that's the kitchen sink's going to be right there. Yeah, the refrigerator actually slides over this way a couple inches. And then we have another drain. So you have this part here. This is where the shower will drain in, right here. And then this 1.5-inch pipe and this 1.5-inch pipe here. This one will look like this one, except it will come up and go basically right up to about here somewhere, and that will be where the sink that's in the shower will be. I know that's kind of weird, but we needed a place to wash our hands after we go do the sit down on the throne thing, and a place to brush our teeth and things like that, because we just don't like the idea of doing that in the kitchen sink. So there will be a small corner-shaped sink right here in the shower. The blue stuff is the base for the shower, and that is the Durock shower system, and we'll break that down a lot deeper when we start getting into that area, but that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
My nerdy friends. Okay, so we got the red. Here's the red marker. Run a red line down the inside, the other side, down that seam. Leave the stool. Get all the way down. So you know where to put the glue. Next, we take it down, we set it on this. We're going to put a couple pieces of board here, right at 72, so we know where it goes. Just set it on those, slap it in, and we know they're accurate. These are just rough lines. Do we need to trim that again, or is it okay? What do you think? I think. the saw and trim that just a little. When you get ready, we're going to need on this side, Pops. Actually, yeah, you can start doing it. No, you can't because it's in the way. Yeah, you gotta decide what I want. I think I want all of the, all the tips of the screws to stick out. Well, we're gonna put screws in both directions, so it doesn't matter really. So put a screw right here, and then one right here. We can get in immediately. Free. Yeah. But I don't want them poking out the other side. Yeah, we're going to get a saw to trim that a little bit more. So, once we get the first two screws in, I need you to come around this side. I'll put a couple in the bottom. I'll put a couple randoms in on this side. So I guess we just go back and forth. So keep the stool on that side. Let's put let's clamp up two boards. Got a couple boards. Clamp in place. No, actually I'd like to use straight edge to see how straight this one is. That'll work. Yeah, she's straight. Okay. Set it up on top. I'm going to hold it against this. I'm going to run the two screws in. Then you're going to pass it over. And I'm going to pull up the blue thing. Ready? Yep. That camera's on. It's too late. Ready? That damn camera. Go ahead, send it in. Okay, let's go to California. Oh, let me turn the fan off. A little easier to hear what's going on. Okay. So that's the threshold. My refrigerator's kind of in the way right now, but you'll be able to see it better when I get to the other side. Let's move up a little closer and show you what we're doing. A lot of dust on the lens. 3/4 inch plywood going up and down. 3/4 inch plywood going all the way across. We poured, I don't know, up to metric mukaton, that's the technical term, mukaton of glue, of wood glue, and then Well, I don't know. We'd have to start another iron ore for as many screws as we've used. A whole bunch of them. And they're just random. See, it goes over here, all the way over there. You can kind of see if I hold it still enough. But you see, there's a pocket here. Because it just goes straight across. So what we're going to do is, we have another piece sitting around here somewhere. Got to find it. That gets glued in there. That makes basically the top part 1.5 inch plywood. And we're going to use so much glue that effectively it's plywood all the way through, because it's basically essentially laminated. Plywood, I don't know, the blue collar worker, the redneck term, whatever you want to call it, it's just wood glued together. Layers of glue. So we just glued on layers more. So I'm going to move the camera around and turn it back on.
Yeah, looks like you need some more trimming.
What?
Looks like you need to do a little more trimming.
No. No. Okay. Nope, that's it. Yeah, for the, we're going to tap her in place. Okay, so that's the glue side. Glue's behind you. Give me a lot of glue.
You ready?
Oh yeah, glue away. A lot of glue. And I need that hammer.
What?
Hammer. You want to grab your screws, your drill, or your impacts in here. Get behind me. I'm going to tap this into place. And you can come in, I'll hold it up, and you can do the deed. Okay, let's get a little closer. Okay, so we used a lot of glue, probably 1.5 bottles of glue on that whole process, if not more. I don't know. I know I refilled it once during that process. A lot of screws. Now here's the thing: on the other side, we're going to mount on the other side, reverse side facing the kitchen. Over there, we're hey Pops, on that side over there, we're going to put the air handler. Okay, so can you turn the air off for me? Let's walk to the other side and we'll talk about that side. Okay, so that's the center part. This is where the air handler goes on this side. This is the kitchen right here. We're in the kitchen. Now all these screws are in there. Two things are going to happen. One, tomorrow after the glue has overnight to dry, we're going to go by and just do what we do when the screws stick out. Just grind them off. Not hurt anything. No one's ever going to see it because this gets covered up with some purdy stuff. Okay, also, when we go to put the template up, to put the air handler, which is going right here, wherever the template needs to put something or we need to drill a hole, if there's a screw there, we just take it out. So they're not going to be in the way. All the others will just stay there. Because the air handler goes here, it's about that big, goes right there. Okay, and it'll fill up most of that area. And then a hole gets drilled. Big hole, I don't remember which side of it, for the copper lines, for the Freon lines to run. And the Freon lines run all the way back that direction to the air handler, which is outside and above the rear door. But that's the plan. So this has to dry. It's solid. This up here now is basically 1.5 inches of solid wood. Heck of a beam. By the time the glue dries, that's a laminated board. That basically becomes structural. It's being held up, both sides, by 3/4 inch. Now, they're a little wobbly right now, but as soon as we put in the framework over here above the fridge to box that in, that becomes super firm. And then on the other side is the bathroom. That also will firm this up. And those are all 3/4 inch boards. And then on this side over here, on this side through here, this becomes the bunk area. So you're going to have the bunks right up against it. Again, soliding that up. It's going to get a lot stronger. And then over here, down lower, you'll have counter space, the stove, things like that. So that counter will grab it at about 30 inches, 34 inches, grab it, make it stronger. Up higher, about this far in, which is about, I don't know, 18 inches or so out, there'll be cabinets. Reinforcing this part. As soon as we get past the air handler. We've got to get past the air handler on both sides. So, in the long run, a lot more wood's going to go in there holding it up. Because of all that wood, that's why on our sideboards, on the upper half, we went with 3/8 inch board. Where pretty much everything else and anything structural in the lower half is 3/4 inch. We wanted to cut the weight down some. I don't know how much that benefit was. I have no idea. But hey, it is what it is. So that's where we're at. It's crispy. It's warm. I'm grumpy. That's sneezy. Oh wait, not. Don is sneezy.
I'm thirsty.
He's he says it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay. Peace out, my nomies. I'll see you manana.